We decided to go to Florida's Silver Spring State Park. They have glass bottom boats here. Main walk entrance into the park. This is a cypress tree. You can tell them by their knees. As you look at the bottom of it, you see all these pointed roots that seem to be popping up from the ground. What they do is allow the roots to breathe because cypress live in water. And we're going to find if they still do their glass bottom boat tours through there. Here's a live king snake they have on display. And a few of the different fish they find in the spring. This is the glass bottom boat that we're going to take a trip on.
Get out. I'm like, he's already out. I'm like going and I'm like getting pushed like to the side. And there's like this big boat. Did you run into it? I did. I'm like, I hope the guy in the condo come out here.
Almost 24/7. The issue I run into is this come back there. So when you not see Nancy while we're out on the view, this right here is called the Spring of Stars. Now this one is dedicated to all the movies filmed here in the park. Our first one was back in 1917 called The Seven Swans. The most recent was in 2018 called Salvage. Now in between these two movies, we have roughly 210 movies and TV shows filmed here in the park. Has anybody here seen any of the original editions of the ad gills? So during production, we're doing a lot of using kind of scuba equipment. We did not want any buckles. She was 85 feet deep, and she collapsed off 3 years ago. Now, about a year after that collapse, this area started moving some water. And since I started working here in January, I've seen this spring go from a single vent spring to 6 separate vents. It's also about an 8-inch vent. After Hurricane Deb, she opened up to about a 3-foot vent. Now, with how many go through, she closed off a little bit. We had about 8 smaller volcanoes. Now we have these 3 right here. Now, when Hurricane Milton came through, this whole area dropped about 2 to 3 feet. Now, they're expecting feet all the way up to this hole in the limestone, and it'll be right here. Now, the state of Florida, sometime in December, they're going to run some tests. They have so many get an idea how big this spring will become. Now, when they do this, they will officially add this spring to the map, but unfortunately, they'll be changing its name. So you guys come out here next year, it's probably called something completely different. I want to place this inside the museum on campus. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out their museum, I highly recommend it. But in order for them to do so, you have to take this canoe and soak it in polyurethane for about a month. Now, when you take it out of that, you have to put it in an airtight glass case afterwards. Or you can just leave it here at the bottom of the springs, and it's going to look this good for another 5 to 6 to 8 years. Now, the tree that they use for their canoes is called cypress. They call this tree the eternal tree of life. Now, there's a chemicals to rot as well as insects. And on average, these trees, they live about 1,300 years of age. You know what this gray material is called? Yeah, Spanish moss. The saltwater fish magically turn into freshwater fish.
This is the balcony for the sea hunt movies.
Now we ended up finding this guy on accident. Now on the far side of the park, we have a place we call a boat barn. It's where we lock our boats at night, charge them, do maintenance, things like that. And when we're out there dredging, we found some movie scabs. Now this one is definitely the better looking one. The other one, probably a few million pieces by now. And she makes up 2/3 of all the water flow. Now, all the springs combined, they add to 850 million gallons of water produced here every single day. Now, it only takes about 6 days for the water to leave here and enter the Atlantic Ocean. Right here, it's going to travel down the Silver River to the Ocala because Georgia sucks. Oh yeah, shots fired. Now, if you guys look beneath the glass here, down this cave, if this cave looks familiar to you, it's because that's decided in the 80s. Now, if you guys have a phone or a camera, I recommend getting it out. Now, we got to keep these 3, and these 3 are also used in the framework, any of the wildlife, vessels, things like that.
This is the mansion that they have also at Silver Springs Park. They do weddings here and several other parties and occasions.
I know.
Here are some of the gardens surrounding the Rainbow Springs River, which is over here to the right. This is the river we rode the boat on. This is the statue of Osceola, the Seminole Indian that signed the treaty with the Americans. And when the Americans broke the treaty, he jabbed a knife into the tree stump where they signed the treaty to show that the treaty was now broken. Here's the opposite side where the glass bottom boats come out of dock. Here's one leaving now. Fortunately, I was sitting on the wrong side of the boat, so a lot of the pictures I took underwater are not as pretty as they could have been. I have a monarch butterfly sitting on this tree. I haven't seen a monarch in this area for years. Here's the station where the glass bottom boats dock. I'm sorry I sat on the wrong side of the boat, and the pilot never turned the boat to where I could get really good pictures.